Nathan, when I talked to you at your locker the other day, the pass you made had not blown up on social media. Tell me about it, what it was like when you left the facility in Dallas and kind of checked your phone and saw what the world was doing.
Well, I had a lot of messages, but I think it was more or less just there were a lot of people who were just happy that I had gotten to where I had hoped to be for a while, and it was good to feel the support about that. And haven't been on social media. I've got my man Vincent doing that for me, so haven't been able to check how it went, but some people have been sending me things. And one of the things that stood out to me was what the Lions did. They put it on the Jumbotron. It was cool to see the reaction of my teammates and the fans there, and that was really special, so I'm really happy they did that.
It was 3rd and 16. I had a little flat route out the backfield, so when I turned my head and I looked back and I saw him break like the first, I think, 2 tackles, I was like, oh shoot, like Nate's not down yet. And we got scramble rules, so I don't know, I just trusted him, and I just took off, and then I saw him set up and then throw the ball, and it was like in slow motion for me. So man, hats off to him for making that play, because it wouldn't have happened without him.
You mentioned that this was a lifelong dream for you to play in the National Football League. And when you dream about something for so long, what's it like when you actually get to experience it?
It's pretty surreal. Like, I mean, when I was playing in the Dallas game, it was crazy to think about all the times that you see this field being played on in big games. It always seemed like Dallas is playing in big games, and kind of the way the light reflects off people's helmets. It's just kind of something different about AT&T Field, and obviously Jerry World has its own lore to it, and to be a part of that was really cool. And I was just trying one of those pinch me moments for sure.
You see some plays like that where the ball ends up sort of floating or it's up for grab, but he hit you with a dart. What did you think of the way he hit you in stride?
Man, I don't know how he did it. It was a perfect pass. I was telling my family, like, it was happening in slow motion for me. Like, I was like, this is like a movie, like a moment where the ball was like moving in slow motion. The only thing I was thinking was, like, I gotta catch this to make the highlight complete, because it's not, if I would have dropped that, that would have been a low point for me. So
give me an evaluation of yourself, and I'll ask you to sort of address, I think, one of the things that jumped out. I believe you were 5 for 5 on 3rd down conversions after the first drive of the game. How satisfied were you with that and your performance overall?
Yeah, well, we know, I mean, in the first drive, we would have kicked the field goal there, so we're coming away with points. Obviously, we had some issues with some injuries, so not really worried about that. But I think that's been a big emphasis in terms of 3rd down conversions for this team, and some things that they struggled with last year. And so, part of trying to win a job is showing that you can contribute, and I think the offense did a really good job of coming up to the task and meeting it, and doing a really good job where it mattered most, because a lot of those 3rd downs I think were long, 3rd and long. So obviously we want to stay out of those kind of positions and make it more 3rd and manageable, but the fact that we were able to convert when we did, I think that's good and speaks volumes to the depth of this team.
In a half of football, I mean, I know you're not out there necessarily to prove things to other people, probably mostly to yourself. What did you prove to yourself in that appearance?
I think that just that I belong here, and that I can still make plays, even though, you might be playing in a different venue, you might be playing against, America's team, you still have the chance to make plays out there, and at the end of the day, it is still football, and I think that's the main thing to keep in mind, is that, I think the rules have changed once again, but it's still football at the end of the day, and so it's fun, and it's meant to be enjoyed.